What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a power socket. It's not working, and we're going to go through the process of diagnosing it and fixing the problem. Let's get into it. Ignition is on. I'm going to plug that in. Phone doesn't come on. This socket is not charging. We've already tested the fuse, which would be probably the next step or the first step you want to take. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. If you don't know how to check a fuse, then it's not the video for you. But we're going to go on to just see if we're getting power and ground at this socket itself. And so how these sockets work, this outer ring, the column of it, that's ground. In the middle at the back, that would be the power. You need power and ground for the outlet to work. So with the power probe, we're going to touch here or anywhere on the inside of the sides. It's lit up green. That's our ground. And power would be in the center of the back is where you would get power. So we should get a red light or a sound or something. And we're not getting anything back there. No power. So from there, when I have an electrical component that doesn't work, I like to check for power from that component going back to its power source. So from here, since our outlet isn't working, the next thing I want to see is, do I have power and ground at that connector where it plugs into the component, and then try to work myself back or wiring schematic to see where the power source is coming from. But in this case, it shouldn't be too hard to pop out the socket and unplug it and see if we have power directly at the socket itself. Now with the panel removed, we can get to the connector to the socket, and then we can check for power and ground at this connector itself. So we have two terminals. One would be power, one would be ground. And that is lit up green, that is ground. This one should light up red. It is lighting up red. We have power and ground at the connector, but that power and ground is not coming from the connector into the socket. So the socket is our problem. The way this particular outlet is made, there are two tabs on the cover piece holding the socket into it. And once you release those tabs, we can push it through. Here's our new socket and the part number if you need that information. And there's a groove. You want to line that groove up where it is on the cover piece of the outlet. And basically it should just pop right into place like so. It's snapped in tightly. I'm going to turn our ignition on. We have something to put in the outlet. Phone is charging. Outlet is working. I think our work here is done.